of a sudden I'd be trying to prove that I'm not crazy when I knew I wasn't crazy.
Right. Miley Cyrus isn't crazy. She's just weird.
Um,
Oh, it looks like Joe got excited. He's always getting excited.
like all of a
I mean, that was a lot of people's perspectives on Hillary Clinton. I talked to a
No,
lot
I'm
of
pretty
people
sure
that hated...
everyone loved her.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, look, it's a female comedian. I wonder if she got famous because she's funny or because she looks good.
She
The
won.
most loved.
I liked Elizabeth Warren. She's
Why?
cool. I
What?
just
Yeah, Elizabeth Warren is the coolest politician I've ever seen. I'm being sarcastic. Elizabeth Warren was the lame version of Bernie Sanders and was also famous for falsely claiming to have Native American ancestry. Her justification was that her grandfather had high cheekbones.
I liked her. I like her
con
tenacity. Yeah, but okay, who isn't?
Yeah, Bernie Sanders.
Okay, but did you vote for Bernie?
He wasn't available to vote for.
Did you vote in the?
I didn't vote for in the primary.
In the primaries, right?
Yeah.
I did.
But I had him on my podcast, and he was very sincere.
Okay, cool. I've had my mom on my podcast.
Doesn't she know that it's not cool to have your mom on your podcast? Anybody can have their mom on their podcast. Not anybody can have Bernie Sanders.
Podcast. You want to flex? I'm just saying.
I think he's very sincere. I mean, that was a lot. You know, I was watching a video of Hitler tweaking.
I too have been watching Hitler videos recently because I saw the Joe Rogan clip where he reacted to the Hitler speech in English because AI got Hitler's voice into English. The comment section on those AI speech videos is crazy because people will be commenting stuff like, "We fought against the wrong enemy," which is just crazy.
Hitler's on speed, you know. He did a lot of speed.
Yeah.
And he's at the 1936 Olympics, and he's sitting in the audience like this, like tweaking.
Yeah. I was like an actual footage of him.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's actual footage. So he's just rocking back and forth, tweaking.
Wow, he does have crackhead energy. That's amazing.
100% tweaking.
Hitler was a known meth user, and like speed, he was using the drugs available to give him more energy and gusto. Actually, from another Joe Rogan episode, a clip I saw, they said that Hitler needed some juice before meeting with Mussolini because Mussolini was going to stop working with him, Mussolini being the leader of Italy. But then they gave Hitler like a bunch of meth, and then he like yelled at Mussolini for like an hour. And then Mussolini went along with Germany.
So, I mean, there's no way you rock like that if you're not tweaking.
He's like fidgety too.
Where's his left hand? What is happening there?
He's touching
He's got a glove.
Yeah.
His left hand's got a glove, and he's rubbing a gun on his dick. Go back to that. Let me see that again.
Notice here Joe Rogan says he's rubbing a gun on his dick. Later, there's confusion about whether Joe had said a gun or a cane.
Please, replay, please. Look at this. How weird is that, man? How weird is it to see that guy? It might as well be a meth head, right? When you see a guy
How do they
like
let
that,
this guy, like, I mean...
Look at him. He's got something he's touching his dick with. And that something in his hand is in between his legs.
You said cane. I mean, you might be right.
I'm going to Google cane.
You said, I mean, you were joking about the gun, but I mean, could be.
Could be a cane.
Could be a Ruger.
It might be a gun. I think it looks more like a cane now that I'm looking at it. You know, I was watching a...
I like your story when those guys were following you with you, and you're like, hey, you want to come up to the dojo?
Oh, that was hilarious.
Don't mess with Joe, guys. He's a black belt. He knows karate.
Because they just kept saying that I needed to give them money. And then, where you going? I'm like, I'm going to go teach class. You want to come up and watch? Like, they're standing there in front of the Jae-Hun Kim Taekwondo Institute, and they're looking at me. They're like, you're teaching? I go, yeah. Yeah, I'm a black belt. I'm teaching class. I'll kill you, man. Leave me alone.
I like...
If they just had like guns or knives, then they could have gotten the money. I don't see how you could try to mug somebody without a gun or a knife. As far as like the mugging business goes, those are like the two tools that you need.
Your story.
Now, what about the people that say that they sleep, they go to bed, they sleep 5 hours, they wake up and they feel great? Is that bullshit?
We have the number of people who can...
Sleep is a weird thing. I think it does vary person to person. Different habits create different energy levels. But let's see what I assume is an expert. Let's see what he has to say about it.
And survive on 6 hours of sleep or less without showing any impairment, rounded to a whole number and expressed as a percent of the population is 0.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 0.
I think that guy is being kind of a smartass.
Now what?
Well, I'm on a green screen.
And now we're on to the non-Joe Rogan shitty shorts that were just on my feed. This short is particularly bad, but they continue to be awful if we keep going on.
Sure hope no one takes advantage of the fact that it would be easy to put me anywhere. Look at this dance. Where am I dancing? I don't know. What size am I in this world? Where am I laying? What am I grabbing? I don't know. Probably something normal. Duh. Well, that is unexpected. Be
Boo. Boo.
sure to tag me in whatever monstrosity you create, you monsters. Well, I'm on a green screen.
A 13-year-old girl just spent her family's entire life savings on a mobile game, and her parents didn't find out for 4 whole months.
It goes to show you having life savings is kind of dumb. It's like a shitload of money, and if it goes missing, you don't even notice. It shows you how pointless it is. You could die any day.
Probably wondering how in the world this can even happen, and I was too. But just listen to this story because it's insane.
It's not gonna be nearly insane enough to get me to spend my time looking into it. Anyway, that's it, guys. Please subscribe, like the video, comment. I'm gonna pin a comment with a really cool Family Guy shirt. If you buy the shirt, then I get $2. So please buy it. Thank you.
A 13.
Fake